Today, my name is Danny Ballard, and this is my business partner, John Zentgraf, and we're here today to share with you more about our Catalyft Coaching Certification Program. Throughout today's presentation, if you have any questions or thoughts or you want to reach out to us, all of that information is on our website, and you'll see the link at the bottom of this page. It's catalyftsuccess.com. Feel free to gather more information. Feel free to reach out to us on that website, and we're more than happy to meet with you individually, have a conversation, answer any questions that you might have. Thank you for joining us today. First of all, let's talk about what if you could have a business and set your own hours and you could work 10 to 12 days a month? What if you could have abundant earnings potential? What if you could make a meaningful impact in the world? What if you could use your Pinnacle gift and talents? And what if you could enjoy extraordinary success in business and life? And we'd like to say today that you can, and that's everything that we're going to talk about. We invite you today to consider becoming a certified Catalyft coach, facilitating monthly peer advisory boards, leading courses and seminars, and creating transformation with our coaching and strategy program. What we offer at Catalyft is a business opportunity. Catalyft Success System is a proven business model for entrepreneurs to offer coaching and advisory boards through our proprietary coaching certification program. Our mission is to serve as a powerful catalyst for entrepreneurs to experience extraordinary success in business and in life. Our vision is to engage 1,000+ certified Catalyft coaches across the U.S., teaching the Pinnacle Success System, which we'll be talking about today, to hundreds of thousands of entrepreneurs in a vibrant community of like-minded Catalyft Success partners. So let's talk about who would be a great Catalyft coach.
We think first, coaches who love what they do, but they haven't been fully successful monetizing their coaching practices. They're looking for a proven platform for growth. And we hear from coaches all the time that they spend a lot of time trying to gain their next client because clients are falling off. And we have a program that is ideal for coaches who want to figure out how to have a platform and fully monetize their gifts and talents.
Awesome. John, the other people that we find out are prospective business coaches. There are people out there who are interested in becoming a business coach, but they recognize the power of a proven proprietary business model. They recognize, I talk to people on a regular basis, and they say, it would take me 3 to 5 years to put my program together, to get my information together. And what we realize is that with our program, they can start, and they can be in business immediately. They have everything that they need in front of them.
Also, successful entrepreneurs. We say people who have done it and have a passion for helping others through coaching, mentoring, and team building. We have a lot of our current coaches, Catalyft coaches, who also have other businesses. The Catalyft program is part of their business. They like it because it has recurring revenue, and it can, in many cases, be synergistic and lead clients to their other businesses, so they work very well together. So some entrepreneurs have other businesses and want to keep both, and some have other businesses that they prefer to fade out once their Catalyft business gets to a certain level.
Exactly. And the last category we notice is a career change. These are people in transition. Ever been in transition in your life before? I think a lot of us have, where we're in transition or starting over, and we want to find something that we're truly passionate about. And what we really notice is that there's people, maybe even successful entrepreneurs, that have a business. They love their business. They're making good money maybe, but they're like, there's still something out there for me. There's something missing. There's something in me, a giftedness that isn't being used in the world. And I don't want to stop my other business to try to start something new, but I want to do something in addition to this. And we believe that we've got a program that can allow them to do that. And we also realize there's people, maybe even some high-level corporate people that have been in leadership roles. They've got great training skills, mentoring skills, leadership skills, coaching skills. And maybe they've gone through a job change, maybe a transition, maybe even a downsize, whatever it might be. And what we find is that they're looking for something. We've talked to a lot of franchise brokers, and we hear that those people go to the franchise world and say, look, I don't want a job again. I don't want to go back to corporate America. How can I start a business? And they're looking for a business opportunity. We believe those people can be incredibly well suited for us. The other thing that we notice, there's a lot of people out there that are getting a little bit more mature in age, John, we'll call it that.
Yeah.
And what happens is that maybe they haven't really totally built their retirement plan, or maybe they've lost some of their retirement savings that, through the ups and downs in the market. And they're saying, look, I need a way to build recurring revenue for myself and doing something I love to do. So those are the people that we think, and we hear from people be great Catalyft coaches and people that have something to give back to the world. They're confident, but they want to be part of something bigger than themselves, and they want to have a proven business model to be able to take that information. What we believe in is growth for life and a process to sustain it. Everything that you're going to hear about today is about growth. It's about movement. It's about momentum. It's about getting better every day and helping those around us do that. But what we realize is that growth sounds great, but without a process to sustain it, for a lot of people, it can just feel up and down or back and forth. And so we've developed an entire process that you'll see today that allows that growth to happen. Our success philosophy is based on growth. We believe that growth, especially extraordinary and sustainable growth, begins from within. And it is only after expanding awareness and then beliefs regarding what is possible for each person that each individual can fully utilize and achieve his or her potential and the potential that a board, a course, or a community offers. We believe that business is a means to an end and not an end itself. Therefore, our focus on extraordinary success serves the deeper purpose of experiencing an extraordinary life. Catalyst's focus is on achieving success in business and in life rather than professional success at the expense of personal life. And you'll see that through all the things we're going to talk about today. Finally, we believe that entrepreneurs experience unique challenges and opportunities. Accordingly, our specialized focus is working with entrepreneurs, and our resources are dedicated to this special and gifted group of people. There's 5 essential ingredients required for extraordinary success in business and life, and John's going to tell us more about that now.
Thanks, Danny. And in our work with our own work, our careers, 25 plus years of owning and operating various businesses, and our work with hundreds of entrepreneurs over the years, we have come up with and have discovered that there's 5 essential ingredients that we believe are required for extraordinary success in business and life. And we work with coaches and entrepreneurs in general on these 5 ingredients and coach them on this. So the first one is a unique and proprietary business model that clearly differentiates you and your business from your competition. And unique and proprietary means a few different things. Number one, proprietary means that there's something that you own that is trademarked, that no one else can legally use, that differentiates you, makes you completely unique from every other business out there. And particularly in the world of coaching and consulting, what we find, coaches come to us and say, I look a lot like every other coach. People ask me, how am I different? And I have a hard time answering that question. They say, how are you going to help me? I have a hard time answering that question because I don't have anything I can really stand on other than saying, well, let's talk and I'll try and figure it out with you. It's a very difficult proposition when you're not clearly differentiated. So we'll show you briefly, we'll show you in a moment what that business model looks like, but the foundational piece of everything we're going to talk about from this point forward relies on the foundation of a proprietary business model, proprietary intellectual property, and something that makes it quite unique. The second point is a robust financial model that incorporates recurring revenue and maximizes lifetime client value. Let's talk about each of those aspects. A robust financial model is one that gets better and better as the business matures. It's not one where someone is constantly out there looking for their next client because the client just fell off and they're spending most of their time trying to find new business rather than doing what they love to do. So in our model, we focus on recurring revenue, which means bringing people on board and having a recurring stream of revenue every month. Every month doesn't start with zero. Every month starts on builds on a prior month and gets bigger and bigger, depending on how big someone wants to make their business. The second concept is lifetime client value. And we believe it's important to have robust lifetime client value because if you bring people on, they'll only stay. And we hear from coaches, I have a practice for 6 months with someone, I'm coaching them for 6 months, and then I've kind of given them what they need, and then they move on. They're satisfied with what I've done with them, and it feels good to have helped them, but then we're out looking for the next client. Lifetime client value means that that client stays with you for a long time and generates a lot of revenue for that relationship over time. And what that means is the clients stay 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe more years, so it's not a constant replacement. It's revenue building upon previous revenue. And we have the courses and everything you'll see later developed so that it maximizes lifetime client value.
Yeah, John, it's a great point. I met with somebody just last week, and literally said he had done research. He's been doing this for 25 years as a coach. And he said, I looked at my stats, and the average client meets with me 5 times, and then it's over. And he said, you know, it's interesting because what I realize is I can only take them so far. But if I was part of something bigger than myself and I had intellectual property and I had education topics, and that wouldn't happen. So he really saw the value and the impact that we could provide with that.
Absolutely. And the third one is a marketing program that generates a consistent flow of new clients on a monthly basis. We find that entrepreneurs and coaches in general get into business because they love what they do. They love what their services they offer or the products that they provide. And they're not necessarily loving the sales and marketing program to get new clients. It's just something that has to be done, but it doesn't directly lead to revenue. It indirectly leads to revenue. What we believe in is creating a marketing program that is very powerful, and it rests, again, on the proprietary intellectual property that people are very interested in learning about. And we believe in a program that is just consistent. It generates clients, and mostly over time, it generates them by referral. So more and more as the program builds, as somebody's business builds, what ends up happening is their current clients are referring most, if not all, of their clients. So the actual entrepreneur is not investing a lot of time in the sales and marketing process. It's done for them. The fourth one is alignment, and alignment with personal goals, person's experience, and a desired quality of life. We actually believe that this is one of the most important things because everything else that is there depends on it being in alignment with your goals, experience, and desired quality of life. So what we emphasize is our values. We emphasize that we are in business as a means to an end, that we want to build really successful, fun, enjoyable businesses, but not at the expense of our personal lives. We want people who want to have a business to enhance their personal life, their relationships, their time with their family, their time to be on vacation. And so for alignment, we're looking for folks who want to have really a great business, but also want to use that business to have a great quality of life. And go ahead, Danny.
Yeah, you know, John, it's been fun talking about this. You and I have been friends now for about 13, 14 years. We both moved to Denver. We met at church. We got to be friends. We started meeting on a regular basis. You own businesses, I own businesses. We started coaching each other. And we really have spent years developing this whole concept and this vision with all of our experiences and businesses and things. But one of the things that's been very important to us from day one is we want to have a life. We love to travel. We love to play. We want to impact the world around us. You know, we've both been very active in our churches and communities and different charity organizations in town and around the country. And so it's something that's very important to us. I love that alignment. I think it's so important that when people really want to make an impact in the world, they want to make a difference in the world, and they have these leadership skills and abilities to create a community, that's what we're looking for. And those are the people that we find that love our work. Those are the people that feel appreciative of all the things that we're doing. So we love that piece.
And the alignment also reflects their desire to help other people experience what they're experiencing. So
yes.
once a coach or an entrepreneur is getting to that level where they have that experience, it's their desire and their wanting to go out and help other people, other entrepreneurs that are working a lot of hours, aren't earning what they want to earn, and aren't enjoying the experience of their business, to be able to help them do the same thing that they've learned how to do and just have improve people's lives as they go. And then the fifth point is community. And we believe that people are starving for community right now. On the advisory boards that we've had and that our Catalyft coaches have, we see entrepreneurs that are involved in a lot of groups, but most of the groups are there to generate business. They could be networking or leads-based groups, and the idea is people are coming together to try and put their best foot forward, put on their game face, so that they're getting business from those folks, not something where they can genuinely share and support one another and be very open and vulnerable about what's going on in their lives. And on our boards and in the Catalyft community that we're creating, we offer a community that values growth. It's there for support, and it really is helpful for personal development. It's really hard to be out there as a lone ranger, as most solopreneurs are, or small business owners are, and to continue to grow and compound that growth when you're trying to do it on your own, and when you're out there mostly trying to generate business, not developing a community that's really there to support you and has your goals in mind when they're meeting with you.
Our Catalyft coaches, John, love the community. And what's so great is everybody's independent, but yet you're part of something bigger than yourself. And so we have each other. We believe in abundance. You'll hear us talk about that a lot, but we believe in abundance. And we literally live that in our everyday life, and we live that in this business model. and that is that there's enough to go around for everybody, and it's a win-win for all the people that we work with. And so this whole community is about you being the best that you can be, about all of us collectively bringing out the best in each other, and about growth and self-development, that we're getting better every single day. Our Catalyft coaches are incredible. You're going to love meeting them, and you're going to love being a part of that community.
We're next going to talk about how these 5 essential ingredients fit in with this business model. And you'll see at the top we have a unique and proprietary business model. And we have 3 specific aspects. The first is, we're going to talk more about this, the introductory workshop, which is that referral-based, powerful marketing model. The second piece is the underlying foundation for everything. It is what makes the business model and everything else proprietary and unique, and it is the foundational piece for the marketing program. And then what we're going to talk about next is the financial model, and this is the offering, but how it works together synergistically to create recurring revenue and a very robust lifetime value of the client. So we're going to talk about each of these pieces, and Yeah,
so the introductory workshop, John, what's so great about the intro workshop, I've owned businesses for many years, and one of the things that I've recognized that's been so fun for me is that people just want to know who you are. Who are you? What are you all about? And do I like you? And do I trust you? So we created this introductory workshop. This is a 2-hour free intro workshop that we offer in our community once a month. And we did ours the 4th Thursday of every month, 9 to 11. And we invited anywhere from 10 to 15 to 20 people that would come into that on a given month. And from that, what we did is that we have an entire presentation, and all our Catalyft coaches get that. We have an entire workbook about it, all the PowerPoint presentations, and a facilitator's guide that gives you step-by-step instructions of exactly how we do that. What we found was, back to the point, people are starving for community. They're starving for information. People are part of leads groups. People are part of networking groups. People are going to education, but there's still something missing out there for them. And so we invite them to come in this intro workshop. We give about 1 hour and 10 minutes of powerful information. We go through this Pinnacle success system model you'll talk about just a moment. But then what's really powerful is they get to see what it feels like to be in a room with a group of entrepreneurs who are studying this information together, and we basically give them the experience of what it looks like. And so from that, we will have anywhere 10, 15, 20 people come to an intro workshop, and out of that, 5 or 10 people will say, hey, I'm interested. I want to sign up for the boards. I want to come to these courses, and I want to do the coaching and strategy. It's just such a fun way, John, to market our business. We really have not spent any money on advertising. We've spent no money on marketing. The only thing we've done is invite people to this intro workshop. And after about 6 months, we didn't even really have to invite anybody anymore. Just the referrals from the people that had joined our community. They invited other people and continued to grow the business, and it sustained itself and continues to sustain itself over time, which is really powerful.
And one of the things our Catalyft coaches love with this proprietary model is that instead of being out there just day after day after day trying to sell or market or interest people, this is something that's 2 hours every month, and people come to to their Catalyft coaches
Yes.
to learn about it. So they're investing 2 hours with a workshop that is very powerful, and then that really is their marketing program. So most of their time is invested in actually their business that makes them revenue. So they're not spending all this indirect time that isn't really billable.
Yeah, trying to gather up clients.
Right.
Coaches tell us all the time, I spend more time trying to find clients than I do coaching clients, and what I really love to do is coach clients. So we said, look, let's create this intro workshop. Happens 1 day a month in 2 hours, and we're in front of 10, 15, 20 people. And from that, we pick up the new coaches we need every single month. It's just a powerful model.
The middle part we're going to talk about again, but we're going to talk about this proprietary system that starts with Pinnacle Gift, Pinnacle Productivity, Pinnacle Offering, and Pinnacle Process. And this is a iterative process that we believe at the foundation. Pinnacle Gift is why entrepreneurs, why coaches are on the planet. What is their purpose? Most people think, Peter Drucker said, most people think they know what they're good at, and they're just not clear about it. And we can only build from strength, and we can only build from our gift. And so it is the foundational piece that's an inside out that we see transformational outcomes when entrepreneurs get involved. They take the Pinnacle Gift. It's a one-day course, and then they really know why they're on the planet, and they can then focus all of their energy on that. And then Pinnacle Productivity. Once you know why you're on the planet, we can start evaluating what it is that we should be doing? What are the 20% of the things that create 80 or more percent of our value? Where is it that we could be spending it? When we take entrepreneurs through this one-day course, they're shocked at how many hours they spend on really what we call $10 an hour work. You know, a lot of times the saying is, this is work I'm doing, it's only $10 an hour work. Entrepreneurs are shocked by how much time they're spending on these lower value items and how little time they're spending on what could be their pinnacle gift that makes them the most money. After knowing those two things, we then work on the offering, and that is, let's get clear about who the entrepreneur's ideal client is. Who is that? And let's get also clear about capabilities of the entrepreneur. Once an entrepreneur gains confidence about what they're on the planet for and what their gifts are, and then they understand where they should be spending their time to be most productive, they can then start to narrow what their offering is, who they are for their clients, what they want to represent themselves as in their businesses, and then moving up both sides, what they offer and who they do business with, an iterative process to move to a pinnacle really of working with very high value clients and making a lot more money for a lot less effort and time. And then finally, Pinnacle Process is the culmination, it's the capstone course, and we take all of the learning that has been done from the first 3 courses and we help entrepreneurs take what they've really found to be unique. Entrepreneurs come into the program and they don't think there's really much unique to themselves or to their businesses. By the time they get to offering, they see that they do things very differently. They see that they have a good bit of uniqueness by offering. Their clients are also seeing that. What we do, the culmination of this process, before we iterate again, is we take that and we help them to make what they do that's unique and different, proprietary, just like our system that you're looking at now is proprietary. We help them to trademark it, and we help them to stand out as being completely unique from every other business and every other person, particularly competitors in their marketplace. And that's, again, the foundational piece.
And the last part of this, John, again, is this whole model comes together in the way that we build a robust financial model. And so what we found out is business owners are telling us, here's the things that we need. I need information, I need education, I need community, I need some digging deeper. So here's what we created. You have the ability as a certified Catalyft coach to offer peer advisory boards and next level boards. These are groups of 10 people in a mastermind group. And what we've done, though, we've developed it really profoundly. In fact, we've developed workbooks. Each of the people on these boards, they fill out forms before they come. They're completely prepared. And it's a 3-hour meeting that we bring them together. And what happens is we go through and they give an update about where they've been in the last 30 days, their successes and wins, what they're learning and growth, and they come with a topic every single month. The other thing we do in these is we have an education topic every month. We have 36 of these, so you as a Catalyft coach have all this intellectual property, 36. So they're in a cycle for 3 years just to learn all the pieces of this. We like to describe these peer advisory boards as what we call course correction. It's kind of like an airplane, that, let's just say, leaves Denver and flies to New York. Most of the time, the airplane, the pilot is really trying to keep it on course, right? Course correction. What we notice is business owners and entrepreneurs that are out there, very quickly, you can get 10, 20, 30, 40% off course before you ever realize that you're off track. We see that all the time. The goal of this peer advisory boards is to never let them get more than 3 to 5 degrees off course because of this constant flow of information from the other people. And then we offer courses and seminars, and these are one-day courses of all the information that John is sharing in our Pinnacle Success System. And this is to go deeper. Now we're going to take these concepts and we're going to spend an entire day. We have workbooks that you as a Catalyft coach have, and the facilitators guys to teach you how to operate these. We have videos to show you exactly how to do that. So all of these things are available to you to do that. These courses allow these entrepreneurs to get crystal clear about how to implement these 4 things in their business model. And then the last 2 is success coaching and strategy intensives. And this is 101. This is somebody that says, okay, I'm part of a peer advisory board and I get my course correction. I go to the courses and I get all this additional information. But what I need now is I need some 101 with the coach to help me get crystal clear about who I am, about what my offering is, about how I take my business to the next level. Success coaching, we do 4, 8, 16-hour packages, and we can customize that to meet the goals of the client. And the strategy intensives, these are so powerful, John. When we started doing these, it really just transformed so many people's lives. And so our Catalyft coaches love these opportunities to do. They're called 1 and 2 day strategies, where we literally have a client come in for an entire 1 or 2 days. We call it intensive, kind of like intensive care when you're at the hospital, right? You have all these people looking over you and making sure everything's fine. The idea is we have this intensive 1 or 2 days to really map out strategically what their business looks like and give them step-by-step instructions of what that looks like. We've had people come in and do the 2-day strategy, John, and literally in the next 3 to 6 months, double, tripled, one person even 5 times the income of their business. And so we've seen that be very profound.
And we'll go to another concept here. The next concept is we'll take a step back. Now that we've gone through the 5 essential ingredients, what we share with entrepreneurs, and we invite you to look at it for your life right now as well. It's a very powerful concept called predictable future. And this is actually one of the pieces in our intro workshop. And we'll start this concept by saying on the x-axis, the vertical axis, we have what is labeled success. And for entrepreneurs in our workshop, we'll say, let's pick something, you know, in your mind that you can say is success. It could be sales, it could be growth in customer sales, it could be growth in number of customers. And on the horizontal line, we have time. What is over time, past, present, and future? And if we look at that, we have a line that comes in, and you can see an up and down line, ups and downs like we have in life and business. And it goes up to this dotted vertical line right above the time word there, and that represents today, this point in time. And if we say, what would be the predictable future? What's predictable if you just looked at the near to medium term past? What would be predictable going forward? Most people would say some continuation of that same line, and we ask them why, and we give responses like, I'm doing things the same way, I know about the same things, I hang out with roughly the same people that know the same thing and reinforce what I know. And so what is true is that the near to medium term past is a very good predictor of the near to medium term and sometimes long-term future. Now what we see are coaches and entrepreneurs out there that say, you know, I want to earn more, I want something better, I want some version of success that's going to be better. And we call this line, the next line up, a more, better, faster line. See how it pivots at the same point on that dotted line as the other line. And if you look at your elbow and just move your elbow up and down, that's kind of what that feels like. What happens when you have the same knowledge, the same information, doing things roughly the same way or incrementally better, and you need to have more result, more success, we call that more, better, faster, because what happens is entrepreneurs put more inputs in. They put time, they invest money, they do all kinds of things that ends up, yes, you can increase earnings or yes, you can increase success, but it tends to be at the cost of personal lives or other aspects that we're giving up that we don't necessarily want to give up. But there's an implied or there, more time or more money. And what we want to suggest that there's another alternative there, and that is what's involved when there's transformation. Now, transformation, if you can see that, it's a jump up the success line. It is independent of the prior line, and it has its own slope. It has its own future success that is not anchored or tied to the past. And so we look at that, we say, well, let's look at transformation and what is involved with transformation. How do we get a handle around that? And we say there's 3 types of knowing that are involved in transformation or lack of transformation. The first is you know what you know. For instance, I know how to speak English. The second one is you know what you don't know. And for instance, in my case, I know I do not know how to fly a plane. I don't know how to speak Russian. And there's a whole lot of things that I know that I don't know, but I can get to work on them to know them because I know I don't know them. The third piece is you don't know what you don't know. And I can't tell you what that is. No one can tell you. No one can tell anyone else what they don't know because we don't know it. And that is where we are limited in life. That's where we find frustration. That's where when we want more success in business, we run up against a wall. And it's the don't know what you don't know that impedes our progress and that keeps us from reaching our true potential. So we like to say that to generate, to get to new possibilities, to get to transformation, we need new awareness. We need to take things from the don't know what you don't know and bring them into our awareness. All transformation lives in the world of don't know what you don't know. Once you know something, you gain awareness, then you have new possibilities, and usually they're very powerful possibilities, and then you have more and better options for which to choose, and this is what creates transformation. So the work that we do, the work that Catalyft does with our Catalyft coaches in our community, and the work that our Catalyft coaches do with their clients, the entrepreneurs on their boards, their courses, their strategy intensive, is based on the foundational principle of transformation, which is built into our proprietary and trademark material. Everything we do is about getting entrepreneurs to get awareness about what they don't know, and move it into their awareness, create new possibilities. And that's why our entrepreneurs and our coaches have some transformational outcomes.
You know, John, I just want to tell you thank you for explaining that. You're so good at explaining that. And as long as I've known you, which have been years now, we've been friends, obviously, but my gosh, it's just amazing what I've learned from you about this specific concept. And I just want to tell you thank you.
Thank you.
And it is a foundation of what we've built in our Catalyft coaching certification model. And I love that we're basically taking people to that awareness, new possibilities. And that's such an exciting thing.
And then we've talked about this a little bit before, but the Pinnacle Success System, just so you can see what components are under each aspect. For Pinnacle Gift, again, this is the foundational piece. This is where we start. We help entrepreneurs to really gain at a very deep level, a very experiential level, how they are different from everyone else on the planet. And our Pinnacle Gift is the intersection of what you're the best at doing, the best at, in your sphere, which is where you do business. It could be a zip code, it could be a county, it could be a state, or it could be the nation or internationally. And the requirement is it must give you energy. There's a lot of entrepreneurs that are out there that are good at doing what they do, but they still are drained of energy, which is why you can see, we know entrepreneurs that have been at it for a long time, have been highly successful, but they're tired, they're worn out, in some cases a little bit crusty or grumpy, and it's because they've been doing things their entire life that basically have not been in their gift. We run into entrepreneurs all the time who are successful by every standard or every measure that our society would say is successful, monetarily, the cars, the houses, all of those things. But they say to us, I still know there's more out there for me. There's something out there that I have not accomplished, and I don't know what it is, and I don't know how to find it, but there's kind of that itch that I have not been able to scratch.
And another way to say that too, John, is we hear almost every day people talk about this term of shiny objects. You know, you've probably heard this in your world. Everybody talks about shiny objects. Shiny objects is where people have not been clear about their pinnacle gift, and so they're looking everywhere else to try to find energy, to try to find joy, to try to find passion. And really, it doesn't come from external, it comes from internal. So we believe pinnacle giftedness is a powerful part of that. And it kind of eliminates the shiny object syndrome that we see almost all entrepreneurs tell us that they suffer from.
And then, that's great, Danny. That's a fantastic way to say that. And what we find is when we leave that day, our participants in those courses have a pinnacle gift statement that in many cases they put on their website, on the About section, that tells the world, first of all, they know what they're on the planet for now, and then they can clearly articulate to the world what they're the best at doing, where they operate their businesses, and that give them energy. That's the foundational piece that leads us into productivity, and that's the intersection of making more money with more free time and enjoying the journey. And we have a very experiential day that takes people through an entire process, because most people come into the course that they say, I can make more money, but then I have to give up free time. And maybe I can make more money, but usually I have to do stuff and I'm enjoying the journey less because I'm working so many hours, or whatever it is that they're doing that they don't necessarily like to do. This course, when we have the foundational piece of knowing why we're on the planet, what our pinnacle gift is, we can then inform and look through that filter for everything we do. And what we guide participants through in that day is helping them get down to the very few things that are, again, the 20-80. They're 20% of the activities that make more than 80% of their income. And more than that, it's not just an education. It is an experiential, transformational process. Then we also provide an ongoing process, because we've all been to seminars where we're excited when we come out of the workshop, and 6 months later, everything looks the same. We have a process that keeps that transformation going.
And as a certified Catalyft coach, you get all this intellectual property, our workbooks, our manuals, our facilitator guides, so you're able to take this information and help transform entrepreneurs' lives with this. It's so exciting to see that happen.
Next is Pinnacle Offering. And based on the foundation of the Pinnacle Gift and Pinnacle Productivity, we're ready to get to this next step, which is a very powerful day. And the Pinnacle Offering we define as the intersection of the ideal client with the ideal product or service, and leveraging the Pinnacle Gift. Again, Pinnacle Gift is embedded in everything we do. And so what this one-day course is all about is helping the entrepreneur move up the value chain, both in who they work with and what they offer to that client. We find that most entrepreneurs have a lot more horsepower, a lot more ability, a lot more gifts. They just don't know that they're there. It's a don't know what you don't know. And we uncover that, and then we also uncover who their ideal client is in a very powerful way. And by the end of the day, most participants have jumped up the value chain and have a plan for how they're going to go out back into their businesses and work with people they love to work with, who enjoy paying them and want to pay them more, and they love what they're doing. They're not doing the things that are less energy for them.
Yeah, John, we have a lot of examples. We have so many, it's exciting. But one specific one I'm thinking about is related to Pinnacle Locker. We had one person that looked at their current client base, and 150 of their bottom clients were low-level clients paying very little money and were really high-maintenance clients, and you may have experienced something like that. This person, actually, after going through the course, actually took that 150 clients, gave it to another person, actually in our community, someone else in one of our peer advisory boards, and they replaced that with 5 new clients that was actually more profitable than all the 150 that they let go. It's those kinds of transformational shifts that we see happen in this kind of work.
And it leveraged their Pinnacle gift more, and they enjoyed working with them a lot more. And then Pinnacle Process, as mentioned before, is the capstone culminating course that takes in all of what entrepreneurs have learned up to this point, and we help them create a proprietary process with proprietary intellectual property, and that leverages their Pinnacle offering. It is incredibly powerful. It's a powerful day. And one of the things we like to say, you'll see that the arrows after Pinnacle Process on the left, the arrow continues again to Pinnacle Gift, because Pinnacle Gift, once you go through this process, gets even clearer. We have another level of distinctions, and maybe in the first go around, or maybe by this time someone has 80% of their Pinnacle Gift. Going from 80 to 85%, that clarity is monumental change, and then they iterate through the process again. They have a clearer picture of the gift, which then informs all the other aspects. They go back and look at productivity again. If they doubled their earnings the last time, why not double them again? There's no limitation. And that goes back to what Danny mentioned before. When you look at our model, our financial model that was on the right-hand side, the boards of the recurring revenue, the courses are very powerful one day, and we tell people it's a 1 to 3 year process to work through them. They take the courses, and then they go back to their boards, and they work on them for the next 1, 3, 5 years. And what ends up happening is they continue to iterate, so the lifetime client value is very robust, because people have something to work on. They're experiencing major successes in their lives. They're transforming it, and they want to keep going. Most people that are experiencing success and they're getting more free time, they're enjoying the journey, and they're making more money, they just would like to do that more. Why not double it again and have double the free time? Why not even enjoy the journey more by moving up the value chain and delegating even more things off the plate? So it's a very robust process that this, again, Pinnacle Success System is the foundational piece.
Exactly, John. And one other comment I'll make is we have the availability for people to come back and re-audit these courses. And we've had people come back a year later, retake the courses again. And some people even 2 and 3 years later come back and take the courses again, because they see the value of what it does. And they're in a new place. So each time they've had new experiences, they're in a new place in their business, a new place in their life, they come back and take this courses. So it is truly iterative, and it continues to grow, and we continue to see people reach new levels of success with that.
And so what we can say when we have this proprietary intellectual property that is geared exactly for our ideal clients, we can make a pretty bold claim that the Pinnacle Success System provides entrepreneurs with a process to move up the competition continuum by decommoditizing their view, and we point this out, first of themselves. That's the most important piece. First of themselves, and then their businesses, and then applying this new awareness to all aspects of their productivity, offering, and processes. And the results are extraordinary.
We've seen it over and over again, haven't we, John? It's exciting.
Absolutely.
So, John, the way we help entrepreneurs, again, we believe in growth. And we believe that growth begins from the inside out. You know, so many people that we see, most of the things they're trying to figure out are external. It's what does everybody else think I should do? What does everybody else think I should be? What is my competition doing? What is all these? And they're being externally motivated versus what we teach is inside out. Pinnacle Gift is the foundation of that inside out process. The second thing we talk about is expanding awareness and beliefs for what is possible, which we've been mentioning. And one of the phrases we like to talk about with that is this, is that all possibility exists in the unknown. Think about that for a minute. All possibility exists in the unknown. And what are we most afraid of in the world? the unknown, right? And so business owners, like everybody else, they're in this place of unknown, and we just like rush as fast as we can to get to an answer because we just don't want to be in the unknown. So we rush to an answer without really fully vetting all the possibilities. And so we really believe that part of our role as a certified Catalyft coach is that we hold people in that safe space. We hold people in the place of unknown just a little bit longer than they might be able to hold themselves. And we just see, it's like popcorn is the way we describe it. We see this new awareness, new possibilities. People have aha moments and breakthrough moments in our sessions all the time, and we love that for our Catalyft coaches. We believe, again, in achieving success in business and in life. You'll hear us talk about the word and a lot. Even when you go through our coaching certification program, in that week, we have an entire section on coaching, and it's so much about the and, not the or, and it's a powerful part of that. And that entrepreneurs experience unique challenges and opportunities. I will talk a bit again about how big this market is, but entrepreneurs are we're kind of a unique group of people, aren't we? We're kind of those people that are passionate, and we really want to make a difference in the world. And the last thing we talk about is that we believe in creating community. We really think that one of the things missing in the world today is community in so many ways. And so what we believe in is a community that provides encouragement. You know, most people have had enough negativity to last their entire lifetime. And so we believe in encouragement. In fact, we even tell people when they walk through our office, we have this kind of wind current, and it's to blow off all the negativity. When they come into our office, it's a place of positivity and new possibilities and of hope. So we believe in that. Second thing is new awareness, possibilities, options, everything we're talking about from the predictable future section, John, that you led through. And then the other one is accountability. People want to say, I want other people that know me and that trust me and I trust them, that can hold me accountable to what my best is, to hold me accountable to my goals and my dreams. And so we believe that's a really powerful part of this. Again, what we do is we offer these really powerful peer advisory boards. They're a 3-hour monthly board meeting. So for entrepreneurs, they love it. It's inexpensive. It's 3 hours a month, and they get powerful, powerful growth out of that. We take all of these peer advisory boards. Again, we put 10 people on a board, and we have multiple boards, and we do a social event once a month where we bring all those people together. We do wine and cheese, and then all of those people really begin to network and communicate with each other. So it's a really powerful thing. In fact, I'm looking at right behind us right now. We have this board on our wall that has business cards of every single one of the people that we've worked with in our businesses and now of our Catalyft coaches. And so you have the opportunity to mix and mingle and to continue to grow that. We offer these courses and seminars that John was speaking to you about, the Pinnacle Successes, the one-day workshops. I have to tell you, one of my favorite things is these courses and seminars. To watch people come in and spend a day together and to meet and greet the other people and have these powerful transformational shifts. I walk out of that day, John, I know you feel the same way, but we walk out of that day and we're just so moved, and we're so thankful that we have a business that we love so much and that people are so appreciative of what we do. We do our success coaching, 4, 8, 16-hour packages, so we can customize whatever's right for that specific client. These strategy intensives, 1 and 2 day, that we can go in and literally just map out their entire game plan. And then we've developed a Success Accelerator process, which is a year-long combination of coaching and strategy. And clients love that. We've had clients do coaching and strategy and said, hey, look, I don't ever want to lose you guys. How do I stay in this forever? And so we offered them a process where they can do it on a monthly basis and continue that. All of this, John, is designed to create what we call Life 5.0, okay? I'm going to leave a little bit of a cliffhanger here for you on this meeting today, and that is in our intro workshop. You'll get to see more of what that's all about. But it's kind of based on the concept that we've been taught in life of in school, that we had a GPA, a grade point average of 4.0, and we believe, and we'll go through more of that with you in a later session, but what we believe is that you can go off the charts. You can go above 4.0. There's a 5.0 out there if you're willing to stretch, and we'll talk more about that in our work. So let's think about what's going on in America today. We've talked a lot about businesses and entrepreneurs. We've talked about this robust business model that we have, John, to help them. So who's really out there? If you look at the entrepreneurs in America today, there's 27 million, a little over 27 million companies in America today. And if you break that down, 21 million are solo entrepreneurs. That's 78% of all the business owners are one-man, one-woman shows out there running a business. Maybe a realtor, maybe they're a massage therapist, maybe they're a website developer, whatever. And then we find there's another 5 million that have less than 20 employees. So literally 26 million, 98% of all the businesses in America today are small business owners. And what we find out is those people are starving for community. They're starving for connection. They're starving for intellectual property. They're starving to grow. They want to be successful. They want to know how to do it. So what do we know about these entrepreneurs? They're creative, energetic, and visionaries. If you're on the call today, you already know what I'm talking about. We've got to be creative, don't we, to have that passion. Number two is we develop opportunities to make the world a better place. It's not about status quo. It's always about making something better. We crave freedom. Not only like it, we crave it. Time, money, and possibility. We've got to be able, and again, entrepreneurs will work day and night sometimes to do that. We'd like to suggest, though, that sometimes people brag about working day and night. We want to really teach people there's a better way than that, right? But we love the passion about it. They follow their passions and purpose. These are people that they do something that they love to do. Again, inside our Pinnacle giftedness, we see that. And then the last thing is they really seek extraordinary success in business and life. And we actually have that as our tagline because we really believe that is really what people are searching for. But what are the challenges for these entrepreneurs? Things that we've been talking about today. Many entrepreneurs lack clarity. In fact, most entrepreneurs lack clarity. They have a grand idea. They put some infrastructure together. But most people are just kind of, again, running around in a lot of directions, shiny objects. They're changing their things on a regular basis. They really lack clarity, and all the work that we do is to help them gain incredible amounts of clarity. They feel like they're alone. Nobody to bounce ideas off of. We hear this all the time, solo entrepreneurs saying, man, I love my business, but it's so lonely. I just get up in the morning and by myself. I just wish I had other business owners, other like-minded people around that I could be part of a community. Our peer advisory boards do exactly that. It just really solves that. And we hear people say they work in their business and not on their business. They're so busy running the day-to-day operations, they never have the opportunity to pull back and say, hey, wait a second. What is my Pinnacle gift? What is my, Pinnacle productivity? Where should I be spending my time? Hey, wait a second. What is my Pinnacle offering? I've been doing this for 3 years. I'm still working with the same clients I did 3 years ago. Is that really who I should be working with? And then they want to start differentiating themselves through a Pinnacle process. They're not fully achieving the goals they had hoped for. John, we hear this all the time. People say, I started a business. I wanted to be successful, make money, travel, spend more time with my kids. And then we hear them saying, I'm not doing any of those things. I work all the time. I never take vacation. I'm not making the money I want to make. And it's really sad because we love the spirit of entrepreneurs. So our work is to help people really tidy that up. And let's figure out how to make that really happen the right way. We hear them say they need a safe place to share ideas and struggles. Again, John mentioned this earlier, but almost everybody we know is part of some kind of a networking group or a leads group. And, you go to a leads group and you take your business card out there. People say, hey, how are you doing? And we all do the same thing. Unbelievable, right? We tell them how great we are because you need them to give you a lead. And really what those people are deep down saying is, oh, my gosh, I'm struggling. I can't pay my bills. I need really a lot of help with my clarity. I don't even know how to do my marketing plan. I need to figure out how to get more clients. Nobody's going to say that in a networking group, but in these peer advisory boards, it's a safe place where people come together and say, look, here's all the things I'm doing well. Here's a couple of things that I need help with. I'm struggling with. What are you guys doing? And then we just get these profound responses from this collective wisdom of the group. And they simply don't know what they don't know. They come into this work and literally looking for answers, looking for new possibilities. So again, to summarize this unique and proprietary business model, in the beginning, we invite people into an introductory workshop. It's free to them. It's fun, it's very educational. We have people take 2 or 3 pages of notes, John, in this workshop. And the biggest thing we do in the intro workshop, and we teach this to our Catalyft coaches, it's no pressure. We tell people you can't buy anything today. The only thing you can do is learn, and if you like this, we'll meet with you, and you decide you want to sign up for all of our things, great. But today is just really our gift to you. People love that. The middle part of that, again, is this proprietary intellectual property. There's a lot of groups that meet, mastermind groups and networking groups, but they just run out of steam. I've heard people over and over say, well, I was part of this group and it just kind of fizzled out, and I was part of this group and it fizzled out. The reason is because they don't have intellectual property underneath that to keep it going so that it's constantly growing and renewing. And we have unlimited amounts of intellectual property that we have and that we're still creating for our Catalyft coaches. And then over on the right-hand side is this literally robust financial model. It's a model where you can create a really steady recurring revenue from these peer advisory boards. People sign up on a monthly basis. If we have 100 clients, those 100 payments come in every single month. We do courses and seminars. Out of those 100 people, if 10 or 20 people come to a one-day course, that generates another revenue for us as a Catalyft coach, and at the same time, it's powerful for the clients we're serving. And then the coaching strategy intensive, we can choose how much we want to do. John, we wanted to do a few days of that, 3 or 4 days a month. We didn't want to do a lot of that. It wasn't part of what we want to do in our business. And so we could have boards, courses, and coaching work 10 to 12 days a month, have a very robust financial model for ourselves, and still have 2 weeks off. And that model is our Catalyft partners love that. It's one of the things that we want to make sure that we're teaching and training all the way through this process. So Catalyft is a proven business model. Everything you've seen today, and again, we're giving you kind of a brief overview. There's a ton of information here, as you can tell, but it's a turnkey system complete with participant manuals and facilitator guide, workbooks and manuals of everything that we do. You'll see a list here of all the different manuals that you get. So when you sign up as a certified Catalyft coach, you're going to come through a week of certification. We're going to lead you through this entire process. We're going to take you through a peer advisory board. We're going to take you through the intro workshops. We're going to actually go through with you each one of the courses. You're going to experience them firsthand. And then we're going to go through our coaching certification, our strategy certification. It's an entire powerful week where you get to experience firsthand exactly how the work happens and experience it in your own life. We find that Catalyft coaches come to the week of certification and have aha moments and have huge breakthroughs in their personal life, not only, and so they realize that part of this growth is by them growing, they become better coaches for the people that they serve. So our business coaching certification program is very simple. There's 3 pieces. You purchase, you learn, you implement. So you come in, first of all, you purchase. It's the intellectual property rights, the proven process, robust business model, and financial model, and the coaching certification program. Second of all, you come through the orientation certification week where we go through a learning process. We're going to take you through every piece of this, the introductory workshops, all of our courses, all of our strategy intensives, and then we have an entire workbook of sales, marketing, operations. It's a getting started guide. And John, we describe that as backstage, front stage, everything you need to do behind the scenes and everything you need to do in front of the scenes to make that happen. And so through that week, you go through the certification program, and you're completely ready to start your business. We find, again, a lot of people say, I want to be a coach, I just don't know where to start. We literally have people leave this certification week. They can start, literally, they're ready to start their business the following week. So then you implement. You start implementing your intro workshops, which turn into these peer advisory boards, coaching strategy, courses, and seminars. Our Catalyft licensing model includes our license and diploma. We'll show you that in just a moment. You're going to come in for a week of certification and training. That is a 5-day certification, including we have lunches brought and catered in every day, which are so great. And then we have 2 dinners. And what we do with that is it's a chance for us to get to know you on more of a personal level. We like knowing our certified coaches, John, intimately, and knowing who they are and how we can support each other. You're also going to receive 76 workbooks. These are for your participants so that you already have enough workbooks for most people last them your whole first year in business, all right? And then 10 facilitators guides that you get, all part of that certification week. You get access to all of our workbooks and materials on an ongoing basis and all of our future courses. So everything that you see today, this is the foundation, and then we continue to roll out additional courses and information, and we're never going to stop. That's one of John and my passion. Part of our legacy is that we want to continue to grow that, and you have access to that as well. And you have the ability to expand your business through our associate licenses program. So it truly is unlimited for whatever you want it to be. It's a $35,000 licensing fee, and we have a $1,500 annual renewal for our certification program. Our certification and training week, again, centers around the whole Pinnacle success system, and we're teaching you exactly how to work with entrepreneurs to transform their predictable futures using peer advisory boards, next level boards, and our courses and the coaching strategy. All of the things you see in the blue box on the right, every one of these workbooks and things are done in the certification week. We walk you through the entire process. So when you walk out, you're ready to go. This is an example of the end of certification week celebration diploma. It shows you an example of some of our coaches from one of our different classes we had. And the diplomas, you're going to get a nice frame diploma as a certified Catalyft coach and that you can use in your office as well. So Catalyft Success Partners, it doesn't end there. Once you come through certification week, there's a lot of certification programs out there, and you get certified, and you never see them again. That's not who we are. We are all about community, and we're all about building on this energy. And so for us, Catalyft Success Partners, we've built this VIP membership and a network of Catalyft Successes and certified coaches. So all of our coaches continue to be involved in this ongoing relationship that we have. We have home office support to help you with questions or resources, ordering and marketing tips. We have coaching packages, client materials, conventions, and events so that you continue to have resources and opportunities to grow. We have all of our professionally published workbooks and manuals. You see all that on our website, and you'll get those when you come to certification week. But all this done for you. You don't have to do anything. It's all been done. It's published. It's all ready for you. It's an ongoing revenue-generating offering through courses and seminars. All the things that we do, we're continuing to roll out additional courses in addition to the Pinnacle Success System. And you'll have the opportunity to participate in those as well and to grow your business and really never run out. Again, our goal is lifetime value of the client, and we want to continue to offer that information to them. We have marketing resources, business development training, all part of our certification and ongoing. And then all of our Catalyft Success partners, again, work together and share ideas and comments, and we facilitate those kinds of things. You get to participate in our Catalyft trips, contests, and recognition. You'll find out we like to have a lot of fun around here, and we're all about these relationships. It's an invitation to an annual convention and regional events. These are a way that we can provide training, support, and motivation through our Catalyft community. It's leadership opportunities where we have the opportunity. We want to bring in best practices from our Catalyft partners to do speaking and training at company events. How are you finding ways to expand your business and actually get to the ideal clients that you want to get to? Also, as a certified Catalyft coach, we have a standard Catalyft website that we've already done. It's an entire template website designed for you, and it comes with the private program. You don't. It's already done for you. You can come in, give them your name, your logo, your PayPal information, or merchant services, whoever you choose to use, and they can have you up and running in a few days. And so our Catalyft partners literally have this turnkey business model. And then, of course, the big thing is just the community with other Catalyft Success partners nationally. And as we grow and get 100 to 500, 1,000, and all across, the country, you have the opportunity to participate in that as well. So why do people choose Catalyft as a career? Number one, it can be incredibly rewarding profession. John, we say this to each other all the time. We're so blessed. We're so thankful that we have a business that we like, number one. And that number two, we have clients that really enjoy and appreciate what we do. Catalyft coaches experience high levels of satisfaction and regularly hear expressions of gratitude from the clients they have. We have people tell us, "You changed my life. I don't know what I would have ever done without you guys." This peer advisory board has literally become some of my best friends and the closest people in my life. It really does that. Catalyft coaches see clients overcome self-limiting beliefs and experience breakthroughs that would not have been possible without the coaches' involvement. And then Catalyft coaches enjoy extraordinary success in business and life, which is what we're all about in everything we've talked about. So thank you again for being with us today. We'd love to have you consider becoming a certified Catalyft coach with us. Here's the next steps. You can interview to become a certified Catalyft coach. Again, give us a call. We're here to talk with you. We want to talk to every single person coming in the door. Submit the Catalyft application and agreement. You'll go through the purchase program. You purchase your license, the coaching certification program. You'll choose your certification week. All of it's on our website, and then you're ready to launch your business.